Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to, the Cancer Cross Watchers only reading. I am Princess India if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So if you're not familiar with what my Cross Watchers only readings are, they're readings that I do for people who may be dating in situationships or whatever it is you kids are calling it these days with a Cancerian person, and you're looking for some insight or some guidance into your situation with said person. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we're going to go ahead and jump into these cards. The first three cards that I pick are going to be for you, my cross watcher. The next three cards are going to be for your Cancer BAE. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys in the month of February. The first card for you, cross watcher. Interesting. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yikes. Okay. Then we have the Sun in the reverse. And then we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. All right. It's a lot going on. All right. Okay. I can't ignore this. First and foremost, when we think about this Page of Pentacles here, the first vibe that I'm getting with you guys in reference to the Cancerian person, the cross watcher, is how the two of you connected. It's a great deal of lusty kind of energy. I don't know if you guys met while you were out drinking, or that's something that the two of you did together a great deal. But I feel underneath all of this, some way or another, there was a desire to how can I say this? Because it's almost like a contrasting energy. It's almost like there's a desire for you to either invest or plant seeds into this and you wanting it to go in a more stable, secure direction. However, that's overshadowed by the behavior that you partake in with this person. It's almost like the vibe I get from this is, what would you even call that? It's you and this person. It's like I wanted to say guilty pleasure, but that's not really the place I'm trying to go. It's almost like the two of you together, like they bring something out of you that exists but isn't consistently present except for when you're with them. So say hypothetically, if you're a person where and I'll just use drinking, say you don't, you may drink socially or something like that, like you're not typically going to get like day drunk or something, right? But every time you're with this person, you find yourself always getting day drunk, right? But that's not something you typically do. But just being with them, it kind of brings you to a place that you don't normally operate at. That's kind of like the vibe that I get. So even though there's a desire to plant seeds with this person and for it to grow into something over time, which is that contrasting energy, because like the two of you together, it feels very chaotic, like, impulsive and just doing and not really thinking stuff through. But there's a part of you underneath all of that that doesn't really want that, but it's kind of vacating that because this person affects you in this way, if that makes sense. But then taking into account the Sun in the reverse, with this, we're speaking of burnout, and that could be something that's happening in your personal life. And the other way I look at this is like half-hearted happiness, because there's a lack thereof of vulnerability in a partnership, meaning that you're connecting with a person, much like I see in this Page of Pentacles, on a superficial level. It's fun, you enjoy each other's company, but it's not exactly what it is that you want. Like, it's fun, it's enjoyable, they may be attractive, whatever the case may be, you have fun, but it's you not really getting the fullness of what you want, if that's making sense, because there's a lack thereof of depth in this connection. And I say it could be on your side, it could be on the Cancer side. I haven't turned over their card yet, we'll know in a second, but I kind of do get this vibe where this can either be speaking to the cross watchers lack thereof, the ability to be vulnerable with people, or it could be the Cancerian person, and 9 times out of 10, it could literally be both of y'all in 2 different ways, like 2 sides, 1 coin, because that's most certainly been a theme this month. And lastly, you have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So that's speaking to something that needs to die, right? Like a mindset, a way of connecting that needs to die between the 2 of you that isn't being let go. So it's more or less saying to me overall, Crosswatcher, it's kind of perpetuating. There's someone at my front door. Sorry about that, Crosswatcher. So anywho, like I was saying, with this 10 of Swords in the reverse, more or less, we're speaking to a need to release something or something needing to die, and how the 2 of you are relating to each other, or how it is that you're relating to this connection overall. If I were to just take a shot in the dark here, I would literally say that the thing that would need to be released, or would behoove you to release rather, would more or less be either the fear of, okay, well, I just got the answer to that. Okay, so here's the deal. For my Crosswatchers, this may be difficult for some of you to recognize. But what it is, if we think about this Cancerian person in the sense of them being emotionally unavailable, if you have a pattern of connecting to people who are emotionally unavailable, meaning like relationships have a tendency to be, superficial, where it's, really sexual, and that's what the whole relationship is centralized around, or there's a lack thereof of commitment or going to the next level in a relationship, what have you. When you're attracted to people like that, there's a reason for that. And it's that on some level or another, you are emotionally unavailable as well. That's what I'm seeing in this Sun reversed, right? Now, for many, many people, that's very difficult to accept, right? Just because it looks a lot different. So you may have a person who fears commitment on one end that won't commit at all. But then you have a person who has a tendency to date people in a pattern like this, right? And it's because on some level or another, they fear connecting with people, even though consciously they're like, I totally want to, connect with people. I want a committed relationship, which is true. However, it's the fact that one is consistently attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable, right? Because you're never going to get a commitment from them. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get depth from them. So it's subconsciously avoiding commitment as well as just not being overt. So it's more of a covert form of being emotionally unavailable, if you will. But it's more or less what this would be saying to me in the month of February, what would behoove you all is more or less releasing this mental pattern, which within itself is going to take some work and some digging to see where that comes from. But I feel like this connection with this person is just another mirror reflection of something that's going on within you guys. So the first card we have for Cancer, we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, sweet mother. That being under this Page of Pentacles. Then we have, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Oh, goodness. And then we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So with your Cancerian person, much what I was seeing in this, this Page of Pentacles, I'm seeing with them with this Queen of Wands. This Cancerian person with you, man, they have a very... like a seductive kind of energy. So it's almost like the way that you interact with this person, how I was saying that, like with the whole day drinking thing, it's almost like that's a thing with them, with you. It's almost like losing your power or losing control. And I feel like I need to say this too with the Sun card, that's Leo energy, just throwing that out there. But anywho, with this Queen of Wands here, it's almost like they have a very like femme fatale kind of vibe with them, like almost like where you can't tell this person no, because it's like they're something about them is just enticing to you, like it, just gets you all fuddy-duddy or whatever, right? But with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's a lack thereof with them. I see this Ten of Swords in the reverse and this Wheel of Fortune is similar vibrations that you both have, in the sense that on some level or another, they're stuck in their past as well. So it's almost like with your Cancer person, they're stuck in a pattern. This pattern that they're stuck in, it's of course an internal one, where they really don't feel too spectacular about themselves when it comes to them expressing emotion or saying how they feel or what's on their mind. I don't really feel that ever happens. And I feel almost a sense, Crosswatcher, like the reason why you guys more or less stick around is because you're enthralled by this person somehow, despite you not getting fully what you want. However, it's this thought of one day getting that from this person. It's like one day they're going to say how much they love you, or one day they're going to change, or, you know, one day they're going to commit, because it'll be different for each of you. But it's some level of needing to see, and I would have to say it's the stagnation. It's the fact that with this person, they're not making any progressive movement to change, if you will, you know? And what it's kind of looking like going forward, as far as, it's almost like you imprisoning yourself in a sense. You know, it's being stuck to this and not being able to cut ties with this situation or with this person, because that seed I talked about in the beginning that exists within you, it's this thought that allowing things to continue this way is going to somehow get your needs met or get you what it is that you want. Okay, and then we got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, oh, well, I mean, that's the seed. Hello. So with this, it's like it's a mind, body, and soul connection in something. If you think of it, like I said, seed, if you think about a seed, it's something that you want to plant and you want to grow into something. However, it's a need for you to be cognizant of what it is that you're desiring and what it is that you want. The way that this person is behaving, you know, isn't conducive to getting you what it is that you want. Like, if anything, you would continue to see things the way that they are at present, if that's making sense. Then we have the Five of Wands. Wow. The Hierophant in the reverse, which is Taurus energy, and the King of Chalices. So that's the thing with this type of connection that the two of you have. I mean, unless this is your stilo, it's a very non-traditional thing. It's not heading towards commitment. It's not heading towards marriage. But with this Five of Wands, this is speaking to me of a conflict between that both of you are having, right? So with the Cancerian person on their side, it's I don't want to commit, or, you know, I don't want to open up emotionally, like whatever their issue is. However, they don't want to see you be with anyone else, right? But they don't want to give you or be what it is that you're wanting from them for whatever reason, but they don't want you to move forward, right? And for you, you don't want to move forward. You want them to be, or to give you what it is that you're hoping for or desiring from them, which I feel for most of my cross watchers is either going to be this person being emotionally vulnerable, being communicative about their emotions, like letting you in type of deal, or just commitment or marriage, right? And it's sticking around hoping that changes. However, it's important to see that one is in a disempowered position here, right? Because you're out of control of your life, and it's more or less forsaking your control over to this Cancerian person, because it's like you're not following your lead, you're following theirs, if that's making sense, you know? And with them not moving forward, you know, or whatever state of consciousness it is that they're in, it's almost putting yourself in a position to where I'm shuffling cards, y'all. They're in a bag. But because I don't know why I feel so compelled to pull one of these, but we're gonna see what happens. But it's almost like you resigning yourself to whatever state that they're in, you know, and it's needing to be aware of that. And I feel like I need to pull one of these, so let's see what happens. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Oh, that's nice. So you guys are protected. That's good to know. But I feel that's what it is, man. I feel like intuitively on some level or another, and I see this so much with people, dude. It's like intuitively you'll know something, or you'll sense something, you'll feel something. And I feel on some level or another, you guys are aware that this isn't going or isn't showing up as to what it is that you want. However, it's like a human nature kind of thing where we don't like change, you know? So it's trying, despite, you know, wisdom, to get water from an empty well just because one does not want to put the time, energy, or effort into finding another well. It's like, I'm just gonna kind of do the best with what it is that I have, but that's not really behooving you, you know? And I feel on some level or another, just admitting this to yourself, of how one is disempowering themselves with this situation. I feel the reason why I can't really expound on that is because it's something that's going to be revealed to you when you admit that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And this is something I have to do with clients sometimes in therapy, is making it very clear, right? That, say hypothetically, if you're in a relationship, right, and the person can't stop cheating and you don't want to be cheated on, but the person is like, I'm not going to stop cheating, hypothetically, right? It's like, I can't stop myself. I'm just going to cheat until, you know, the day I die, right? And a person wants to be in a relationship where a person doesn't cheat. And I said something similar to Aries, where I was talking about my own marriage. And it's needing to be honest with yourself and make a decision and say that if I decide to stay in this, you know, relationship or marriage with this person, knowing that they're always going to cheat, and that's not what I want. The decision that you're making is to forsake what you desire and what you want for what another person wants, which is cheating, right? And if you want to not be cheated on, that means you would need to leave that relationship and get into a relationship with someone who does not want to cheat, right? Or doesn't have a desire to cheat, or believes wholeheartedly in monogamy, right? But to think that you can have what you want, which is being in a relationship with a person who doesn't cheat, with a person who's made it very clear that they have no intentions on not cheating, that's when you start to become delusional. Because you're trying to get blood from a turnip, you're trying to get water from a well that has run dry, and your deliverance comes in realizing that, accepting that to be the truth, right? And making a conscious decision. So if you choose to stay in the relationship, know that you're staying in the relationship and you're resigning yourself to being cheated on. You need to accept that. You know what I'm saying? Or you should, if you want to, you elect to not be cheated on and get into another relationship that's strictly monogamous, right? But the way that we hurt ourselves and get stuck, just like this Cancer person with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and just like you guys with this 10 of Swords in the reverse, is by being in denial. You know what I'm saying? Believing, oh, this person is going to change, when they clearly told you, like, nah, I just really like cheating. You know what I mean? But I feel with whatever this is representing in you guys' lives, the moment that you're honest with yourself, I feel that a revelation is going to come and you'll be able to make a decision consciously. Now, the two other cards that we have, the other one says, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. And then we have slowly but surely getting ahead. I like that. So overall, what this is saying to me, man, I feel like you guys are being guided by spirit I feel like this is an epic lesson for you all. It's not anything that's gonna upset the apple cart to where, you know, your life is going in some horrible direction that can't be vindicated. There's none of that going on. But I do want to say, with this, something is trying to come between you and a friend, or something that you want. I feel like I have to put a disclaimer with that because, and this is another psychological thing called triangulation, right? If we were to go back with this cheating scenario, and say that there's like some outside person or something like that, and I'm not saying this for everybody, I'm just throwing this out here. If there's some outside person, whether it's like side chick, side dude, mama, daddy, brother, cousin, whatever, and it's thinking that the reason why stuff is not working out between you and this person is because, oh, their mother is like this, or their husband or wife or whatever, kids, whatever, are this particular way, and thinking that that person is coming between this person being with you, I feel it's imperative to be cognizant of the fact that we are all adults, right? That we have free will of choice, and that regardless of what a person in another person's life is doing or isn't doing, just like how I say you guys are electing to be in a situation such as this, you're choosing to do so, you're choosing to disempower yourself to this person, it would be so the same with your Cancerian person. If they are, and this is making me think about like the twin flame stuff, like how people used to be talking about years ago with the karmics. It's like the karmic won't let them leave. And it's like, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because unless a person's being held against their will, like kidnapped or something, a person can literally leave a situation, if we're not talking about domestic violence, of course. But it's like a person is choosing to stay in that situation, but they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They may not want to lose money. They may not want to upset someone, but we always do, or will find a way to do what it is that we really wholeheartedly want to do. You know what I'm saying? So be cognizant that you're not triangulating and blaming another person for your person's behavior, because they're the ultimate determination of whether they do something or don't do something. So I'm just throwing that out there. But anywho, I feel overall, Crosswatchers, you guys are going to learn from this experience, even if it takes some time. But I'm going over to, I don't have to say all that stuff anymore. I'm going over to Vimeo. However, I'm going to our new social networking site to do you guys extended. But for those of you who want to subscribe to Patreon just to watch the extendeds, but those of you who want to join our community, I'm going on over there to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. The link is going to be somewhere around here. It's like pink and it's a circle with a W in it for the woke culture code. You know what I'm saying? So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. If not, I still love your face. You know what I'm saying? And I will see you guys sooner than later. It'll be sooner. I mean, if, you know, you're going to the network and all. Love your face.